After enjoying a threesome with another girl, OP finds out that her boyfriend developed an attachment to this other woman and has been going behind her back to see her.
Me and my boyfriend of 4 years had a threesome with a girl 2 years ago, and boundaries were crossed, which led to me feeling like I was left out. I woke up to them touching and looking at each other in a meaningful and lustful way, and then he texted her afterwards, saying that he missed her already. But the thing is, he didn't bother to text me. As you can imagine, this whole thing made me paranoid of the fact that they may have a meaningful connection. My boyfriend was insistent that it wasn't anything deep, but he wasn't empathetic or understanding of my feelings at the time. I spiraled into a 3-month depression, as this whole event brought up body dysphoria, low self-esteem, and confidence issues. I was already depressed, but things got much worse after this event. Fast forward to more recent times, and I find 3 weeks' worth of messages, sex, voice notes, and a picture of them kissing. My boyfriend's the manager of a pub, and he replayed the CCTV to get a screenshot of them kissing, which is the picture he sent to her. He planned to visit her in Berlin while he was there for another reason, and they talked about having a romantic and fun time together. They even debated whether sleeping together was crossing a line. There wasn't much remorse at the time, and he vocalized that her feelings were his priority. In the voice notes he sent to her, he said that he had a kind of love for her and needed to have a crunch talk with me when he got back. He went on to say that our relationship wasn't permitting him to do what he wants, so he needs to be single. This crunch talk was supposed to happen when he got back from Berlin, which would be just after we'd be going away together ourselves. I unearthed everything the day he was meant to go to Berlin, and he ended up missing his very expensive flight, despite being broke. But he had no choice but to explain everything. He booked another flight for the next day because he really did have to go to Berlin, but he ended up missing that flight too. I was very heartbroken, and he couldn't bear going away without talking things through with me. We've relentlessly and heartbreakingly talked about what happened, laying out all the cards on the table. He confessed to everything and answered everything that I wanted to know. I believe that he's telling the truth and that they only met up once, and kissing was as far as it went. He said that he just got caught up in the heat of it, and he knows that he monumentally messed up. He genuinely wants to be with me, and he's 100% committed to making things work. I asked him to be real with me about whether he wants to be single, and he said that he didn't. He said he wants to be with me. Aside from all this drama, we have an extremely loving, fun, and stable relationship, and everyone sees what a great couple we are. Almost everything is close to being perfect, but I will admit, our sex life's been stagnant for about a year. My boyfriend's been depressed recently and said that his libido has been low. The lack of sex had been upsetting me, and we talked about it lots, but there were no improvements, and he didn't seem to make any effort to change things. Now, it's only fair that I give you some additional context. In the first year of our relationship, I had a threesome with my best friend and her boyfriend. My boyfriend forgave me because he knew how sorry I was, and that what happened was mostly down to me being intoxicated by some pretty strong stuff. Just to make it clear, I'm not a complete angel in this relationship, and I guess I can empathize with him because I know what it's like to get caught up in something that doesn't mean anything compared to what you have in your relationship. I strongly believe that what we have is real, but humans are humany, and we all mess up, sometimes really badly. My boyfriend let the girl know that I found out everything, and they agreed to not speak anymore. He's promised to commit to me, and is absolutely dedicated to fixing things in our relationship. He'd also like to see a therapist. We agreed to put all ideas of having an open relationship, or acting out our fantasies with other people on ice, at least until we've got to the bottom of our relationship issues. Mostly things regarding our sex life. Is it weird that I kind of feel a sense of empowerment in a way I haven't felt before? This feels like an opportunity to be honest with myself and with my boyfriend, and to voice my needs and desires that I've previously withheld due to insecurity and lack of confidence. After navigating through this intense situation, I feel closer to him, and I feel positive that we can make this work. It'll require a lot of patience, brutal honesty, and communication, but we can get there. I'm going to suggest that we write down a list of things that we want to try in the bedroom, and the things we want to work on in general, things we've never expressed to each other before. I see this as an opportunity to help each other achieve our deepest desires, and for our relationship to be better than ever. But if this doesn't work, we absolutely have to call it a day before we end up hurting each other. Before I sign off, a word of advice: don't have a threesome when you're not feeling comfortable with yourself, please.
I was feeling quite bad for OP until she admitted to having an affair with her best friend and her boyfriend earlier on in their relationship. There's a chance that OP's partner never got over that and still resents her for betraying his trust. That said, this doesn't make what he did right. If he wasn't able to get over what happened in their relationship, he should have broke up with OP, because what they have now seems to be pretty toxic. OP said that she believes her boyfriend didn't do much more than kissing, but there's no way for her to confirm that. When someone is caught cheating, they almost never admit to what went down if there's no way for you to confirm it. When OP's partner said that the feelings of this other woman were his priority, for me, that pretty much spelt the end of their relationship. Being remorseful after being discovered means very little, but not everyone sees things that way. Anyway, let's see what's being said in the comments.
Money Printer says, he still went to Berlin though, and wasn't she there? What makes you think that nothing happened, or isn't going to happen? He literally planned and booked a flight to sleep with her, and you think he's not going to see her while he's there? Be real. She already knew about you, and she didn't care about your relationship when he was sneaking behind your back. You think she cares now because you know about them? Richard's World again says, sounds like you had your fun, and now he wants some fun outside too. You both stepped out, so nobody's innocent here. Irish Temper says, I do think relationships can overcome cheating with a whole lot of time and therapy. But I also believe there has to be real remorse from the cheater for those tools to be helpful. I think that those who truly regret their actions come clean to their partners before getting caught. The fact that your partner only showed remorse after he was busted speaks loudly regarding any true remorse. I also think his words to her are important in this situation. He made it clear to her that his loyalty and concern was with her, not you. He told her and showed you through his duplicity that she and their relationship was his priority. He expressed love for her and said you were simply holding him back from what he really wanted, which was her. He wanted her. I'm sorry, love, but I think you're allowing your heart to override your brain in this one, and I'm not sure that's a wise choice. Please give yourself time to really take in the things he did and said behind your back, because they're not the words or actions of a good, trustworthy, and honest man, and they're not the words or actions of a man who's in love with you. You deserve better than this, but it's up to you to make sure you get it. Good luck, OP.
Irish Temper was right on the money with that one. Maybe OP and her partner can work things out, but if I'm being honest, my faith in this whole relationship isn't too high. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Coffee and Popcorn, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.